let's try to see if we can find this jersey. So off the top of my head, I'm just gonna go LeBron James Miami Heat jersey Adidas. Let's see if that brings up anything. So this video is unlike any video I've ever done, because this video is the start of a series. I'm dropping a video every day for the next 20 days, and in this series of videos, I'm going to be taking you through me starting with $0 to building up to hopefully $10,000. Now, this ain't gonna be like the typical challenges that I've done in the past. So that means I'm not gonna YouTubeify this process. I'm not gonna only record the highlights to make for an interesting video. This is the most raw and real that I've ever been on this channel. There's no script, there's no structure for this video. I'm just diving into it. But before I dive into it, let me put y'all in my personal life a little bit. So as you know, if you've ever been on one of my lives, I've always said YouTube is probably the best side hustle I've ever had. Well, if you've been paying attention, which most people haven't, based on my numbers for the last year, YouTube is no longer the best side hustle for me. So with the loss of that income, I'm honestly just like y'all in search for something else to supplement that income. So I hope for two things at the end of these 20 days. I hope my channel is back from the dead. I'm a one-man army on YouTube. Some of the bigger creators have a whole team. It's been really hard for me to push out videos. With all that said, this is not going to be a heavily edited video either. And none of the videos from this series will be heavily edited. Like I said, this is as raw and real as it's gonna get. So let's jump into the first way we're gonna try to start from zero. All right, so let's talk about the first way that everybody, any YouTube video you ever watch, tells you how you start with nothing. And that's honestly going in your closet, going in your garage and finding things that you no longer use. So like me, I've got a lot of books. So what we're gonna do in this video, and what I'm gonna do, is go through each one of these books and price them. I know on Amazon, which we'll go over, Amazon, you can get a seller's account for free. Books go like crazy on Amazon. A lot of people don't know Amazon was kind of built. That was the business model at first. It was sort of like an online bookstore. So also, as far as from in the closet, I've got this. I honestly am leaning towards keeping it. However, if the price is right, it can go. I've also got this. Once again, it's stitched, you know what I mean? Just like this one, it's a stitched jersey. It's vintage. This is from LeBron's first stint in Cleveland. So I'm leaning towards keeping it. I might get these mugs framed one day. If the price is right, they can go. One thing you might be concerned about is the condition of your items. And honestly, there's a used section on Amazon, and bro, trust me, especially if somebody sees the value in the item and doesn't care if it's used or not. Like, these aren't like clothes, even though used clothes sell like crazy too. It just all depends on the book and the title. You might have an old book that somebody's been looking for years and they'll buy it off you. So like this, The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss, The 5-Minute Journal, Package Design Workbook, Revolution Q. I know somebody's gonna buy that. And The 100-Year Lie. These are all books that I've read, books that I've had for a long time that really just take up space in my garage. So, you know, you could have a first edition, you could have a limited edition. You just never know what you have until you get in that garage. Now, as far as these jerseys, right? One thing we obviously know, bro, is that like this wear and tear on the numbers is gonna drop the price. This is you're not gonna sell this, or I'm not gonna sell this nowhere near like if it's brand new. I mean, even on this one, you got the wear and tear. So this isn't something I would ever wear again. Like I said, if the price isn't right, I would gladly keep these because, you know, it's LeBron James, bro. And I think that says enough, but it's authentic, it's stitched, and you never know which edition. You know, like, okay, for instance, this is an Adidas jersey, and Adidas doesn't necessarily make the NBA jerseys anymore. So that in itself could even be worth something. And honestly, an Adidas LeBron product is crazy, bro. Not gonna lie to you. But so now we're gonna hop on the computer. I'm gonna show y'all my research process. Then we'll know about how much money we could possibly have to start with. I wanna show y'all items like this because items like this, I didn't get for free. This is a limited edition Godsmack vinyl. People are into buying vinyls. This is something that's flying off the shelves as far as online sales. I found this on clearance for like 11 bucks. This is a limited edition hydro shaker. It's getting warm outside across the United States. This cup was limited and sold out, but because I'm in a cook group, this cook group is named Divine. And I'm gonna introduce this group later on in the series as we build our capital up. But I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, as far as getting limited items or items that are selling out that you could definitely flip for a profit, that's where I got all the pings, all the information to cop stuff like this. All right, so if you're familiar with me, you already know how I like to look up the value of products. And what I've done here is actually created a Google sheet that we'll be able to log all these, come back to at the end before we actually start taking pictures and listing these products. So first book I have is The 100-Year Lie by Randall Fitzgerald. So one thing I'm noticing, if you thinking books don't sell, is check out how many sales Bargain Bookstores has made. Better World Books, that's a lot. That's reviews. That's not even sales. That means they've sold more than that because everybody ain't leaving a review. But anyway, we see kind of scattered pricing. I'm gonna say this is paperback. I'm gonna say this is used. So then I want to go look at sold items, and you see here just a day ago a pre-owned one sold for $7. I want to see the condition. Okay, 2 people had this in the cart, so that means that this is a good seller and 15 has sold. So this is a good selling book. So I'm gonna copy this in right here, and I'm gonna select this whole thing, insert, and I'm gonna just put a price. I'll try to get 10 bucks for it. Next, we have Revolution Q. So even on a site like Abe Books that you can use to see the value of books, you kind of see in this condition, it can range between, it can get up to 10. 10 is on the high end, but the last resource I'm gonna try is Amazon. So yeah, even used here. All right, so I'm gonna try to get 10, but if I don't, I'll let people send offers. All right, the next book is Revolution Q, the story of QAnon. Now, if you know anything about them, then you know that is a dedicated group, and this book has sold as recently for about $24.99. I want to see it. It's not in the worst condition. Mine is a little worse condition than that, so I might go 20 bucks. I'm also go check this out on Amazon. Interesting. This book isn't on Amazon. All right, now there's a ISBN number that you can search as well. Can't find it there. Let's see if we can find it here. Nope. And let's just see if it pulls it up here. All right, so we're gonna say this one, we'll try to get 24. So now we got the Package Design Workbook by Stephen Popuis and John Silver. All right, and we see it here. This one is probably the best shaped book I have, but we're gonna go sold and used. So it's been a while since this book sold, but it's going for around 5. I'm gonna always try to get 10. Let me go $10 here. All right, next we have the 5-Minute Journal. It doesn't say who wrote it, but I believe this is a popular book, so it should be easy to show. Okay, so even in used condition, this is about, I see people have it listed for 20, but let's see how much it sells for. It all depends, but I'll say 15. I'll go 15 on this one. I'll go 15 on that one. And then the last book we're gonna do before we jump into the jerseys is the 4-Hour Body. This is a lot of book, right? So I think that it's gonna be a little more expensive. One thing I noticed about this book is that it definitely is flying off the shelves. I mean, look, here's the sale almost every day. I'm almost sure we're gonna get an offer for this really, really soon. All right, so we're gonna add the 4-Hour Body in, and I'm gonna throw it up there for 15 to see what I can get. I'll try to get 15 for that. So now I'm gonna write just a quick sum function, and that shows that we got about 70 bucks just sitting in the garage, right? So now believe we found it. It's the Swingman. You can't see it here, but it has that same print. It has that same stuff in the tag. It's just so old and been washed so many times that it's not really visible. But we see brand new. People are pricing this jersey at $250. Now, I only want to see used. Let me add Swingman. And you know what? I'm gonna go copy any number I can. So I'm just gonna search this. I'm gonna do Swingman. I'm gonna do used. And then I'm gonna look through these. And the size, it's a 2X. So we know this. So we know this one's sold, but it is in way better shape than mine for $85. If it was in good condition, it would still be up in the 200s. So that's all I'm really seeing. So right now, a baseline for me, I would try to get maybe $50 for it. So I'm gonna try to get 50 for it. And if I honestly get a penny or an offer for a penny under 50, I might keep it depending on where I'm at. So let's go Swingman jersey, let's say 50. All right, now let's look at this one. I'm gonna go LeBron James, Cleveland Cavs jersey, Nike stitched. See if that does anything. Let's go used. This is a 1X. So let's go extra large. We're not looking for the second stint. We're looking for the first one. So this is actually a rookie jersey because this one is exactly like mine. So it's kind of faded, just like his, except mine is a little more faded. But he sold it for $20. I would definitely keep it if I could only get 20. Oh wow, this is a 2003. Wow, I wonder why they going so low. Anyway, I'm gonna set the price at 50 for this one as well. So if I could get in, I might even do it in a bundle for 100. So with everything that I've just pulled out, $170 could take us a long way. So now let's get to listing. With everything that I've just pulled out, $170 could take us a long way. So now let's get to listing. In the next couple minutes, I just proceeded to take the best photos I could take of each product. Now I'm about to list all of these. I'm not gonna take you through that. I'm gonna just take you through listing one to kind of show you my process and how I list items. So I'm gonna start with this. You always wanna find one that already exists so you don't have to do that work, because what you're gonna do is gonna say have one to sell, sell now. So now you see all this information is in. We just have to put size 2XL, and I like the 2 versus the 2X's. We're gonna go used. Condition description, we're gonna say worn, stitches still intact, faded numbers and letters. And we're gonna go slightly faded. And mind you, we took good pictures, which is always important, so that won't be a problem. And then honestly, I like to use like a story. So this just gave me an idea. All right, y'all know I love ChatGPT. Boom, I like this. So I'm gonna copy it in. I'm gonna go $50, allow offers. We're gonna make the buyer pay for shipping. And last, we're gonna add photos. But I took them on my phone, so I'm gonna upload from the mobile app. It just gave me the notification to add them. So now, let me add them in. All right, so now when I refresh, my images are in. And you see I have clear photos of what's wrong, the wear and tear, and things of that nature. So now the minimum I'll take is 45. And now I'm gonna list it. Now that listing is live, and we will see how many people bite on it. So now I'm going to this one. I'm gonna sell one just like it and follow that same process. So everything is gonna be the same. I'm gonna go $24.99 as well, minimum 20, and I will list it there as well. I'm gonna use an AI description for this one. So overall, man, if you wanna join in on this challenge, stay tuned. I'm gonna be dropping every single day. And hey, if you want watching this, I wanna connect with you. I wanna share ideas with you. Hit the link in my description for Discord. And we will be back tomorrow. Let's get it.